You smile in front of people. You say, I'm fine, even when your heart is heavy. You pray, but sometimes your dua feels stuck in your chest. You are tired. You are tried. And you wonder, does Allah really know what I'm going through? Listen carefully, because today's reminder is not random. It is for the heart that is struggling quietly. It is for the soul that feels overwhelmed but still believes. Allah knows you are tried, and that changes everything. Allah's awareness of your silent struggles is something deeply personal, yet profoundly powerful. There are battles you fight that no one sees, moments where your heart feels heavier than your words could ever explain. You carry responsibilities, disappointments, fears, and unanswered questions quietly, not because they don't matter, but because you have learned to survive without drawing attention to your pain. People may see your smile, your strength, your ability to carry on, but they do not see the weight you carry when you are alone. Allah sees it all. He sees the sigh you release when the room is empty, the tears you wipe away before anyone notices, the ache in your chest when your dua feels repetitive yet unfinished. Nothing in your struggle is invisible to Him, not even the thoughts you are too afraid to voice. There are moments when your silence is misunderstood. Others assume you are fine simply because you do not complain, because you choose patience over explanation. But Allah understands the language of your heart better than you understand it yourself. He knows the nights when sleep escapes you, when your mind replays worries over and over, when your heart is torn between hope and exhaustion. He knows the effort it takes to keep believing when answers are delayed, when doors remain closed despite your sincere attempts. Even when you feel forgotten by people, you are never unnoticed by Allah. His awareness is not distant or general. It is intimate, detailed, and constant. Sometimes the hardest struggles are not the loud ones, but the quiet ones. The internal battles, the emotional fatigue, the unspoken grief, the pressure to stay strong when you feel weak inside. Allah knows the strength it takes to keep going while feeling broken, to continue praying while feeling tired, to trust while your heart is shaking. He knows when your patience is stretched, when your faith is tested, when your silence is not emptiness but endurance. Every moment you restrain your pain, every time you choose calm over collapse, every time you turn to Him instead of giving up, Allah is aware. He knows how close you are to your limits, how much you have already endured, how much courage it takes just to show up each day while carrying wounds no one else can see. Being tried is not a sign of rejection, but a sign of nearness to Allah, though it may feel counterintuitive when you are in the midst of hardship. Human nature often interprets difficulty as a form of punishment or abandonment, especially when we cannot see the wisdom behind our struggles. When doors close, when dreams are delayed, when prayers seem unanswered, it is easy to feel that we are alone, that our efforts are futile, and that our worth has been questioned. Yet the truth is far from this perception. The trials you face are not a mark that Allah has turned away from you. Rather, they are an indication that He is paying attention to you in a way that few can comprehend. He is testing you not to punish, but to elevate, not to abandon, but to draw you closer, to refine your character, and to strengthen your heart. The pressure you feel is a sign that you are on a path of significance, a path that requires preparation, endurance, and faith. Allah's nearness in trials is subtle, yet profound. When your plans fail, when your expectations are unmet, and when life feels heavy, He is there guiding, supporting, and witnessing your resilience. Trials are the ways in which Allah molds the soul, purifying intentions and strengthening reliance upon Him. A heart that is never tested may remain content with superficial comfort, but a heart that faces trials learns to recognize the depth of Allah's mercy, to seek Him sincerely, and to hold on when everything else seems uncertain. Being tried is a sign that Allah sees potential in you, that He trusts you to navigate challenges, and that He knows the weight you can bear. It is a form of divine closeness, because trials create a space where the heart turns inward, away from distraction, and reaches out to Him in dua, reflection, and dependence. the moments of difficulty carry within them opportunities for profound spiritual intimacy. They are invitations to draw nearer to Allah, to speak to Him honestly, to express fears, hopes, and frustrations without hesitation. Every test you endure, every hardship you face, is a reminder that you are not forgotten. You are being prepared, strengthened, and refined. Being tried reveals that Allah is intimately involved in your life, that He is attentive to your heart, and that He values the sincerity of your faith above the ease of your circumstances. Even when you feel isolated, even when relief seems distant, these trials are a divine mechanism to nurture your soul, deepen your connection, and bring you closer to Him in ways that comfort and success alone cannot. Your pain has a purpose, even when you cannot see it, and even when it feels endless or meaningless. Life often places burdens on our shoulders that seem too heavy to carry, challenges that test every ounce of patience and faith within us. In those moments, it is natural to question why such hardship exists, why we are forced to endure difficulties while others seem untouched, and why our hearts ache so profoundly. Yet, the reality is that every tear, every struggle, every disappointment carries a wisdom beyond human comprehension. Pain is not meaningless, it is a tool of transformation. It shapes our character, strengthens our resolve, and draws our hearts closer to Allah. Often, it is in the very struggle that we discover our resilience, humility, and capacity for gratitude, even when the circumstances themselves feel unbearable. Your pain is a message from Allah that there is something greater being prepared within you, something beyond what you can see with your own eyes. Sometimes we fail to recognize the hidden benefits of hardship because the results are not immediate and the lessons are not obvious. You may feel frustrated because you prayed for relief, yet the situation persists, or you may feel disheartened because the outcomes you hoped for never arrived. But this is the nature of divine wisdom. The purpose behind your suffering is often delayed, concealed, and beyond your current understanding. Just as a seed must endure the darkness and pressure of the soil before it can break through and bloom, your pain serves as a necessary process to nurture growth, resilience, and spiritual awareness. Every trial you face, no matter how small or large, is a means of shaping your soul, teaching patience, developing empathy, and strengthening reliance upon Allah. It is through hardship that hearts are softened, priorities are clarified, and faith is tested in a way that ease cannot accomplish. Moreover, pain has a way of redirecting us toward what truly matters. It awakens a consciousness that comfort often dulls, compelling the heart to seek solace in Allah, to lean on Him in dua, and to recognize that worldly outcomes are temporary, while the rewards of patience and perseverance are eternal. Even when suffering feels isolating, even when it challenges every part of your being, Allah's wisdom ensures that it is never wasted. The discomfort, disappointment, and grief carry lessons, rewards, and unseen benefits that accumulate silently, preparing you for the next chapter of your life with greater strength, humility, and clarity. Your pain is part of a divine process that is intricately designed, deliberate, and full of mercy, shaping your journey in ways that transcend immediate understanding. Patience is strength, not weakness, even though it is often misunderstood in our fast-paced world. Society tends to equate power with action, results, and visible achievement, and those who wait, endure, or remain steadfast without immediate reward are sometimes seen as passive or weak. But true strength lies not in what is visible, but in the inner fortitude to persevere when life challenges every fiber of your being. Patience is the quiet courage to face difficulties without losing faith, to maintain composure when circumstances feel unbearable, and to trust in Allah's wisdom even when answers are delayed. It requires a resilience of heart that is far more demanding than physical strength or outward success. Every time you hold back frustration, control your anger, and respond with calm instead of reaction, You are exercising a form of power that is invisible yet immense, a power rooted in trust, faith, and inner discipline. The strength found in patience is reflected in the ability to endure trials without allowing them to define or defeat you. Life does not promise ease, and everyone will face moments of loss, heartbreak, disappointment, and uncertainty. To endure these moments with faith, to continue striving despite repeated setbacks, is not weakness. It is a conscious choice to rise above despair and to acknowledge that your heart, mind, and soul are stronger than the obstacles before you. Patience transforms suffering into growth, turning trials into opportunities to develop resilience and character. It allows a person to respond with wisdom rather than impulsivity, to maintain dignity in adversity, and to protect their spiritual and emotional well-being from the corrosive effects of anger, resentment, or despair. Each time you endure with patience, you are building a foundation of inner strength that will sustain you in moments when endurance seems impossible. Patience also requires trust. Trust in Allah's plan, His timing, and His knowledge of what is best for you. It is the recognition that every difficulty has a purpose, even if it is hidden from your sight, and that relief and ease will come at the right moment. Exercising patience in the face of trials demonstrates faith, self-control, and perseverance, qualities that cannot be measured by outward appearances, but are deeply significant in shaping the soul. The moments when you feel tested, when your patience is stretched to its limits, are the moments in which your character is strengthened, your reliance on Allah deepened, and your capacity for enduring hardship expanded. Patience is not passive. It is an active form of strength that requires courage, discipline, and unwavering belief in Allah's wisdom, transforming struggles into triumphs of the soul. Relief comes at the perfect time, not a late time, even when life makes it feel as though your struggles will never end. Often in moments of hardship, the heart grows impatient, the mind grows anxious, and the soul longs for immediate resolution. We measure time with our limited understanding, hoping that our prayers, efforts, and endurance will be rewarded exactly when we desire, forgetting that Allah's timing is perfect and infinitely wiser than our own. Relief may not arrive according to our schedule, but that does not mean it is delayed. What feels like a long wait is often a period of preparation, refinement, and unseen growth, a time in which Allah is arranging circumstances, opportunities, and outcomes in the most precise way for your benefit. Every trial, every tear, and every moment of tension serves a purpose in the unseen plan, ensuring that when relief does come, it is complete, lasting, and beneficial in ways we could never have imagined. The perfection of divine timing is rooted in Allah's knowledge of what is best for us, even when we cannot perceive it. We may pray for certain outcomes, yet if they were granted immediately, they might not serve our ultimate good, or we might not be ready to receive them with gratitude and wisdom. Life's delays are not denials. They are acts of mercy, protection, and preparation. Allah knows what we can bear, the lessons we need to learn, and the strength we must develop before relief arrives. Sometimes, relief comes disguised as challenges, or in forms we do not recognize at first. Other times, it arrives after a series of events that seem unrelated, but, in hindsight, fit together perfectly. Every hardship, every period of waiting, and every moment of struggle is part of a carefully orchestrated process leading to a moment of divine relief, a moment that aligns with our best interests, spiritual growth, and long-term well-being. Patience and trust are essential during this waiting period, for the heart often becomes weary when relief seems distant. It is natural to feel anxious or discouraged when answers do not come quickly, but the one who persists in faith, who continues to seek Allah sincerely, and who maintains hope in His mercy, positions themselves to experience relief in its fullest, most complete form. Relief that comes too soon may be fleeting, incomplete, or even harmful, but relief that comes at the perfect time is precisely tailored to your circumstances, your needs, and your capacity. The process of waiting strengthens the heart, deepens reliance upon Allah, and transforms ordinary moments into lessons of patience, resilience, and spiritual maturity, reminding us that divine timing is always exact, intentional, and full of wisdom. Allah never wastes your tears or your dua, even when it feels like nothing changes, even when the world seems silent in response to your cries. Every tear you shed, every whispered prayer you release in the quiet of your heart is noticed, recorded, and valued by Allah. Human beings may fail to understand the depth of your pain, may overlook your struggles, or may dismiss your feelings, but Allah is intimately aware of everything. Your tears are not signs of weakness. They are expressions of sincerity, humility, and devotion. They are a language of the heart, spoken directly to the most merciful, and they carry a weight that is unmatched by any worldly action. Each tear becomes a witness to your endurance, a testament to your faith, and a mark of your sincerity in turning to Allah for solace, guidance, and strength. Similarly, every dua you make is never in vain. Whether it is spoken aloud or silently in your heart, whether it is precise in words or trembling with uncertainty, Allah hears it all. Your dua is more than a request. It is an act of worship, an acknowledgement of your dependence upon Him, and a demonstration of trust in His wisdom. Even when answers seem delayed, even when outcomes are not what you hoped for, your prayers are not wasted. They are shaping your destiny in ways that may be invisible to you. They are softening hearts, guiding circumstances, and planting seeds for the relief and blessings that will come at the perfect time. The effort of turning to Allah in dua strengthens your connection with Him, nourishes your soul, and develops patience, resilience, and hope. Tears and dua are also recorded as proof of your devotion, even when no one else sees. They are part of a divine economy in which nothing sincere is overlooked or forgotten. The moments of quiet vulnerability, when you are alone with Allah, are among the most powerful acts of worship because they reveal the truth of your heart. Every tear you shed cleanses, every prayer you make elevates, and every struggle you endure while turning to Allah increases your spiritual reward. They carry lessons, mercy, and hidden benefits, preparing you for relief, shaping your character, and strengthening your faith in ways that the mind cannot always comprehend. In this divine understanding, nothing sincere is ever wasted, and every expression of need, sorrow, or hope is treasured and responded to in the way that is best for you, beloved brothers and sisters. As we reflect on these reminders, one truth becomes crystal clear. Allah is intimately aware of every struggle, every tear, and every silent dua. Being tried is not a sign of rejection, but a sign of closeness to the one who knows your heart better than you know it yourself. Every moment of pain carries purpose, every act of patience is a display of inner strength, and every difficulty you endure is shaping you in ways you may not yet understand. Relief will come, not too late, but at the perfect time, in the wisdom of Allah's planning, and nothing you offer in sincerity, whether tears, prayers, or endurance, will ever be wasted. So hold on, even when the journey feels heavy. Trust in Allah's timing, rely on His mercy, and continue turning to Him with hope and perseverance. Your struggles are not meaningless, your efforts are not unseen, and your heart is never alone. In every trial, in every tear, and in every silent prayer, there is a divine hand guiding you, comforting you, and preparing you for the relief, strength, and blessings that are uniquely meant for you. Let this be a reminder to carry forward with courage, to find peace in patience, and to always remember, Allah knows, Allah cares, and Allah never abandons those who turn to Him with sincerity.